What's going on, gamers? So, man, I was about to launch another video, but I'm like, you know what? I'm doing this instead, and y'all gonna be seeing this. So, I'm glad this happened because now we actually have an answer. Because I was thinking Xbox PC, or are they gonna, you know what I mean? Yeah, we have our answers. Exclusive: Microsoft is officially joining forces with AMD again for the next gen Xbox console, with full support for your existing library of games. So that's the Xbox operating system. So that other screenshot is going to be interesting if that was true. Which name on the official Xbox console? That would be cool. So there's a lot to read here that we're going to get into. Let's look at some comments real quick. So no more Xbox consoles because it will be an Asus console. Well, clicking on this article, it says Microsoft and AMD have entered a new multi-year partnership. So you see what I mean? Both of them are going to do it. People were thinking that Sony only had that with AMD. Like, do you know how big AMD is? For first-party Xbox hardware, that means they're still in the consoles space now. Guys, 100% clarified now that we know this. First-party Xbox hardware. I didn't say OEM. With full support for your existing console games. So they're making another next-gen Xbox in your living room and in your hands. So no more Xbox consoles because it will be an Asus console. It literally says first-party hardware, though he was being sarcastic, I believe. Reading is hard sometimes, yes. But wannabe console wars told me Xbox is not making consoles anymore. Team Red and Team Green go well together. Oh, they're talking about Microsoft and Nintendo teaming up. Well, they did team up last gen. I'm pretty sure there's no problem there. Everyone told me Xbox was exiting hardware. It seemed like that was possibly the case, but they're making another console, it seems. So now we have the answer on that, y'all. And I think the PC aspect is just a handheld. So we have our answer now. I don't think they want to do that. It's probably too complicated. But they'll probably think of something, though. I think they're still going to try to unify something. So we're going to see. I think there's still more to this. But are we ready to read? Let's get into this. Xbox President Sarah Bond shared an update on Xbox consoles today, confirming their ongoing partnership with AMD for the first-party hardware. That means, see, this is why you don't listen to people. You got people thinking that it was going to be coming out in 2026. Guys, this ain't coming out till the earliest 2027. I was thinking 2028 for the consoles, but 27 late is the earliest, trust me. While committing to supporting your existing library of next-gen systems. Yeah, of course. I mean, that's what we all do now. When Xbox revealed an Asus partnership handheld, it was met with excitement, but also some concern. Exclusively revealed by codename Kenan, or Kenan, one of the two, at the Xbox Showcase earlier this month. We know about that. But what ended up happening is that got sidelined. So some speculated that perhaps that this was first assigned the next Xbox would in fact be more of a PC than a console. It seemed like they were heading that way, you know what I mean? You even saw things like Xbox PC and all that, but you never know though. So, this is more of that stuff we already know about. But here we go. To announce. Microsoft is exploring on building PC game support into the first-party hardware. The questions have increasingly revolved around support for existing Xbox games and console hardware in general, and today I'm pleased to provide firm answers. I wrote a few weeks ago that Microsoft was planning to support your existing library of console games. He did. On a next-gen Xbox, in my initial Xbox Kenan report last week, we learned that Microsoft is once again partnering with AMD for the next-gen Xbox consoles, and hard confirmed that your existing consoles will carry, or existing console games will carry forth. To that effect, President Bond has today shared a video. So here we go. Here's the video. I actually pulled it up over here so we can just get right into it. I'll go ahead and give that a like. You know I'm not a hater.
At Xbox, our vision is for you to play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want. That's why we're investing in our next generation hardware lineup across console, handheld, PC, cloud, and accessories. I am thrilled to share we've established a strategic multi-year partnership with AMD to co-engineer silicon across a portfolio of devices, including our next generation Xbox consoles, in your living room and in your hands. Together with AMD, we are advancing the state of art in gaming silicon to deliver the next generation of graphics innovation to unlock a deeper level of visual quality and immersive gameplay and player experiences enhanced with the power of AI, all while maintaining compatibility with your existing library of Xbox games. This is all about building you a gaming platform that's always with you, so you can play the games you want across devices anywhere you want, delivering you an Xbox experience not locked to a single store or tied to one device. That's why we're working closely with the Windows team to ensure that Windows is the #1 platform for gaming. The next generation of Xbox is coming to life, and this is just the beginning. We can't wait to show you what's next.
All right, thanks for the program saying. I mean, they should have showed something. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of like just talking to dummies. Because I don't care about any of that. Because I just like okay, thanks. But I hope to see like what's going to make this innovative. Remember when he said hardware innovation, Phil Spencer? He was talking about hardware innovation. That's what I care about. Like everything you're telling me is just what a PC does. Like, but there needs to be hardware innovation. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It can't be just similar to the PlayStation 5. That's not going to work. You already seen what happened with the series, so they can't come with that same approach. There has to be a game changer here. There does. Okay, so we saw that. Like I said, that's not really telling me anything. I'm more excited on reading other information. At Xbox, our vision is for you to play games you want with the people you want. Blah blah blah. This is basically what she said. The Notobot in your hands, that's probably talking about their handheld, but they're talking about the Asus ROG Ally because the other one has pretty much been sidelined or canceled, which that's okay. You know what I mean? Seems Microsoft still has aspirations to build first-party Xbox handhelds down the line after alongside the Xbox Ally partnership with Asus. Yeah, they may still try something, but right now it's like, I would rather you focus on your console. It's not like you're in first place, so why are you know what I mean, not going all in on the console? Y'all feel me on that? You know what I mean? This is not negative. This is just saying, you start doing this type of stuff when you're dominating everything else and you're like, okay, this is so taken care of. I can just put something bonus to the side and get that market going next. When you're doing well and you're winning. But when you're not doing that, yeah, I don't get the point of trying to make like 2 handhelds and an official handheld over here. And then, yeah, let's work on this, focus on this next. And it's like, no, focus all in on your next gen console. Make it innovative. You coming in and doing all this, like you don't have a dominant sales factor with your brand. So I don't see why we should be focusing on multiple devices. No, make your cloud way better, right? Reduce as much bloat as possible off of Windows in general for everyone, for people on PCs, because that's everybody's using that. You know what I mean? And that benefits the handheld. That's cool that you did that for the handheld because then now we have a less bloated handheld for people or hardcore enthusiasts who want to spend that much and get something like that. You know what I mean? If they don't have a laptop or a PC or, you know, only just have an Xbox console or something like that. Like I could see the niche use for that, you know, a very niche audience for that world. And like I said, it looks like a cool device. I'm not a hater. I like the way it looks. I've had ROG Allies before, you know what I mean? I've played with them. They've been out. I've even seen a cheaper one go on sale for a little bit under 400. Nobody's buying it. It's a tough market. So that's why I tell people to lower their expectations. But getting back to the console, because they were talking about that there, together with AMD. So one thing I will add in that I am interested to hear about from Microsoft is what is your AI upscaling system? Sony has Amethyst now. They have Pisser. You have to call it that. Nintendo has DLSS, their own dynamic DLSS system. You know what I mean? Where's Microsoft at? They have to be working with AMD secretly because they haven't said anything about it. Y'all notice that? I want to know what Microsoft has instead of being stuck with like outdated FSRs. You know what I mean? Where any DLSS smokes that shit. You know that's past 3. So yeah, that's something that I want to see from them. Like, what are you working on with them that's unique compared to Sony? There needs to be innovation in AI. There needs to be innovation in hardware. There needs to be innovation in development. We don't want similar things. That's why I don't like the aspect of everything just being on PC. If things are going to be innovative, because it's like then everything's just on PC and there's no difference of innovation of hardware. There's no exclusive innovation that could become multi-platform one day. Like when you have exclusives and all that stuff and different platforms, it's more competition, it's more creativity if they're talented enough, and it makes things better. So just dumping everything on one platform that doesn't develop anything for the industry, like Steam or something. You know what I mean? I love Steam, but it's like y'all don't make games. Are you still sitting there? Make something for the video game industry. That's why Nintendo will always be superior. Because they do everything everybody else has been trying to copy them doing, but they're still creating consistently. They didn't sit there and say, "Oh, let's just write off third-party support like Sony and all." Yeah, y'all a bunch of just third-party vampires. Make video games, man. It's disappointing. So, Sarah Bond closes by describing how Microsoft wants Windows to be the #1 platform for gaming, while touting freedom of choice for storefronts and the like. Could Microsoft somehow manage to pull off support for existing Xbox games and Windows games from the likes of Steam on one device? We'll have to wait and see. Nobody has said anything about this. This is all about building a platform that's always with you. Yeah, I don't care about any of that, but nobody has said anything about Steam yet or GOG. It was just for that device. I wonder if that's what that was. But remember that screenshot we saw that looked like an Xbox OS. Now, Sony will block that, just to let y'all know, but who cares? You still get way more games on Steam than you would by not having it. That's way bigger because there's games that are on Steam that are not PlayStation games. You know what I mean? Like Phantom Blade and stuff like that. You would want it just still for that reason on the console. But yeah, I would like to know what you guys think that they're still continuing the console. Are you happy about that? Are you just going to continue to support the Xbox console? Or did you want to migrate to PC and get the hybrid for the PC? Let me know what you guys think. We have our answers here. Honestly, I'm okay either way. That's okay. So I would like to hear more though. I'm not too excited because I wouldn't really told anything but that. But one thing that I do like is that we now have something 100% clarified. It is going to be a console. So man, I need to fix this damn camera. But all right, yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Ponies, sit down. I know you're in here. And are y'all excited? Let me know. All right, y'all. Peace. Have a great day.